CAMPBIENT is a sound art residency that takes place in a different state park every year. 24 strangers come together from all over the world to camp out for a few days, immerse themselves in the practices of intentional listening and dialogue, and create a sound art recording from start to finish.
I'm here really to be able to kind of work with other people. I kind of work in isolation a lot, so it's really nice to be around other people that are into the same thing and get different perspectives and stuff. I'm really excited for that.
I've learned the most about making music by collaborating with other musicians, and I think this is a really unique opportunity to collaborate with people that are like maybe in some ways on different wavelengths than I am, although I'm sure also in other ways on the same wavelength.
I'm here for the community. The community this is the first community that I've found that I felt like I actually truly 100% belonged in. And I'm 51 years old. Prior to finding this community a couple years ago, I had never had that experience. So I keep coming back.
I have these sort of I have I guess many disparate backgrounds, but two of them are working a lot in electronic music and technology, and then also being raised in nature. But those two worlds, I haven't really found a way to bring them together. I was going to say reconcile, but I don't necessarily think there's conflict.
You know, we're working with strangers who we just met, so there's a lot of trust, there's a lot of vulnerability, and I love that. I think that's really great for like the collective spirit, and also it kind of like forces us to be present with each other and kind of, you know, not overthink things and really just like make decisions and trust each other to make those decisions with, you know, it's kind of like that whole push and pull of, you know, surrendering and controlling, and also, you know, whatever you're bringing to the table, and also being confident in yourself with what you bring to the group, and try to be, I guess, true to like what you feel your assets are.
Once I learned those things, it became added on as a practice, and all those things really kind of like came together in 2017. I just need to stop doing that. I'm out here with them. I'm in their space. So like I suppose so. You know, I shouldn't do that. I'm out here with them. You know, this is their space. Next time I'm gonna let it land on my shoulder.
I thought it would be fun to go back and take like a couple of the synths or different instruments and try to like let the light be the conductor, and then try to like play along with the light. So like there's that one where there's like a stylus that you're kind of moving, and, like playing with that and recording it, and then laying that in to kind of represent the movement of light.
Move over a little bit.
I also really like the sound of cans of fizzy things opening.
And I also love when I like overhear people speaking like words that I can't hear, but like people who like love each other very much doing their little like coo speech, but like not hearing the words, but just sort of like the tone and timbre of it. It always feels like I'm like getting away with something, and it makes me feel like there's like beauty and love in the world.
The process starts with an ambient field recording in the park. Then, residents are divided up into 4 groups that are each responsible for a track on the record. The groups have free rein to do anything they want with their composition, each with a dedicated producer and engineer to facilitate their creative recording process. By breaking out of the studio and solitary art practice, new possibilities are opened up and new discoveries are made, sonically, socially, and personally.
There's some drony sounds too that we got, and I feel like there could be almost a musical quality, but not over the top.
Subtle.
I mean, that one was I love that one. That was very it was like very minimal techno.
Yeah, I heard a kick. I heard a.
Okay.
Good job. Yeah, that's great.
Cool. That's why I was trying to tell you guys what I did. That's the thing. When I was telling you about my installation that I was doing, that's it. Yeah.
I like the way it sounds now. Like it becomes more part of the sound. It feels more part of the space.
It does. But it's your voice.
And it comes
But it's
back.
also your voice.
Yeah. Sweet.
And I think
That
you
was
can
a
tell
really
it's a
fun
voice,
problem
but
to
it
work.
also.
Yeah.
What were you in? It's mostly all this like high C, but then I'm just using the modulation to kind of like get to go
You're
up
like
and
a
down.
pitch bend?
Yeah, a little bit, but it's like very like subtle because otherwise it does. It'll sound. You know?
Yeah.
So I had to like
Kind of
like
unnatural.
push it really hard.
We got live audio coming here.
Didn't wanna leave, but I gotta. It's a long way out from Harlem. And I even heard it come with logic on the premises of $1. Didn't wanna leave, but I gotta. It's a long way out from Harlem. Yes, I'm here. And I even heard it come with logic on the premises of $1.
Thank you so much.
Oh yeah.
So as we're looking up, try to see if you can, with your ears,
the acoustic part, locate a sound. And maybe it's something that your eyes see movement first and then your ears follow with the sound. Now that we've looked up, there's also sound coming from below.
So if you were to point to where I'm standing based on your listening image right now, where am I standing? I mean, you can kind of see me, but...
No, you're behind me.
I'm like right behind you, right?
Right,
Yeah,
exactly,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so if I come over here...
Now you're on the right.
Yeah, now I'm over on the right.
Well, now you're... wait, talk again?
Yeah. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2.
You're slightly right.
Slightly right.
Slightly right.
Yeah, and so... what's it like now if I keep talking?
You're in my brain, which is
kind of in
scary.
your head, right?
Yeah, yeah.
In the middle of your head, right?
Exactly.
It's freaky, right? Yeah, sorry. Okay, I'm moving out of your brain right now.
Okay, cool. Well, I really want to thank you. I know it's late and it's been a long day, but I'm actually getting a lot of energy and like active vibes from you right now, so it's time to take on a history presentation.
I mean, with sound, one of the really interesting things with sound is that as far as the senses go, it's always too late, right? Like sound is in you and in your audience and in your collaborators before you can decide whether or not it's going to go there. You can close your eyes, you can close your mouth, you can hold your nose, but yeah, with sound, it's always too late. And I think that affords not a dangerous situation, but certainly a vulnerable one, but it reveals the edges that can make the biggest difference for us in our lives and in our work. A lot of people go to nature sounds to like relax, and I like that, but I'm generally like, bring it on. Like when I go to nature, I want to go to the edges. I want to go to the places where climate change is really showing up. I want to go to the edge of the marsh where the frogs and the birds are competing for the same frequencies. I want to go to the edges because that's where life, energy, and growth happens. And none of that happens without sounds. So I had the good fortune to go down in a submarine and listen. And what I found was that submarine, I was thinking it was going to be quiet. Submarines are not quiet at all. But I did learn the importance of having a visual experience of the sounds that you want to preserve, right? So getting human eyes down there to see what's happening below the surface of the water for me was really profound. And through going down in the submarine, what I learned is that sometimes our edges need to be more defined than others for our personal safety. But in a submarine, that's one thing. But in walking around in the world, even with the dramatic climate events that we experience now, it's often our comfort zone that defines those edges and not the edges themselves. So one thing I invite you to investigate over, maybe tonight, maybe more tomorrow, is where are the edges here in the framework of CAMPBIENT? Where are the edges here at Miller-Sylvania State Park that are interesting to you?
By creating an inclusive, low-barrier space, CAMPBIENT explores the possibilities in providing adults from any background the opportunity to play, to imagine, and create. Living and working together in a compressed and intense time period, residents hone their skills in problem solving, conflict resolution, and community building, all the while practicing the future to imagine a better society. CAMPBIENT is an ongoing collaborative investigation into community, the natural environment, and sound art, all from a perspective of the commons, our shared public lands and cultural spaces.